Today is Sunday, January 5th. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's mostly cloudy. Temperature is about 37 degrees. The rains have finally stopped. I came out a little bit earlier today and opened up the vents on the cloche to try to dry out some of the moisture. Just thought we'd take a quick look inside. The lettuce is still growing. The last few days have been in the 50s during the day and upper 30s at night, but it's going to start getting cold again. The scarlet kale from the Baker Creek seeds looks like it's doing pretty well. The dwarf Siberian kale that I planted a few days ago looks like it's starting to settle in, put on a little bit of growth. I'm hoping that being that it's from Siberia, the weather's got to be colder than it is here, I'm hoping that these plants will do okay outdoors during the winter. And if you look at the lettuce, you can see that the brown stems, some of that appears to be clearing up. I got the idea from Farmer Jesse that too much moisture in the cloche would cause rot in the lettuce plants, and that's why I've been trying to get them dried out. It seems to be helping a lot, so if you're looking for ideas, tips and tricks, that Farmer Jesse guy, he's a professional farmer, a lot of really good information. I want to talk a little bit about our composting methods here. We bring our kitchen scraps out here to this pile. In the old days we used to mix this with grass clippings and the leaves we raked up. We turn it all into a big pile and let it decompose here and then shovel it into the garden. Over time I put some cinder blocks around it just to hold everything in one place. But what we found was this didn't hold enough material for what we were doing. It is really good for the kitchen scraps though, because we can turn them into the dirt and that keeps the animals from coming along and eating them. You can see the remains of a Halloween pumpkin here. The squirrels ate most of the pumpkin. We took what was left and threw it here in the pile. As our composting efforts grew, we got a hold of some of these bins. These are provided by Ramilly County. They are a plastic reinforced material with holes punched in it, and you just roll it up into a circle and put some screws in it to hold it together. Set it on the ground and start filling it up. We fill ours with mulched leaves, grass clippings, soil from the garden, and I also take the composted material out of that compost pile I just showed, and we'll bring that over here and mix it all together. We also store bags of shredded leaves. These are they're dense. They're about 3 times the weight of a normal bag of leaves. They're because it's compressed from the shredding process, and we'll eventually mix those into the bins. I did find another bin. People get these bins all the time from the government. They never use them. And so sometimes I'll find them at people giving them away. So I got another one I'm going to set up here. We'll have a 4th bin, and hopefully that'll be enough compost for us for what we do here. It's amazing how much compost you can use when you're gardening. So you can see these bins are pretty big. They're about 3.5 feet in diameter and about, I don't know, 2.5, 3 feet tall. So they hold a lot of material, but it seems like it's never enough. There is one problem with the system though. In the winter when the ground freezes, it's really difficult to turn the kitchen scraps into the soil. So we got ourselves a little compost tumbler that we're going to use during the winter months for composting our kitchen scraps. This is an 18.5 gallon tumbler for compost that is made by Garden Line. My wife purchased this from Aldi's in the spring of 2019. I'm going to open it up and see if we can get it put together. instructions and a need for tools. I guess this is going to take a little while. That's a good thing I'm not being paid by the hour. One complete garden line 18.5 gallon compost tumbler.